Marketing yourself, it can be very difficult. And the way I describe it is you got to pretend that you're talking about someone else in your mind so that you can get out of your own way. One of the humorous stories I pick is when I studied the history of David Bowie. He said I was an extreme introvert, but I stepped into roles so I could be able to get on stage. It's the ROI of you. And then remember, marketing today is education and connecting. So what does that mean? It means you're going to be thinking of yourself as a product. What's a unique offering? When you're discouraged and down, you might have to talk to some friends that have known you for a while and go, what do you see as my best resource? Or someone you used to work with. This is the biggest hit to the ego you could possibly have, is job hunting. And you've got to pick up this idea, this is the thing I'm selling. I've got to be falling in love with it to sell. Now, I don't mean falling in love like an ego. I mean like, imagine you got some new gizmo and you can hardly stop telling your friends about it. Why? You want to talk about the benefits that give it. You don't just say, I got a new phone. I go, this lets me text my grandkids now that I could never before. So thinking of this, we call it the ROI of you. What is that? What is that unique offering? Practice with people that are less important. Now, I don't mean they're less important. It's a conversation. And also, the other thing is everyone says networking. No one says, what does that look like? You go to these things, you're uncomfortable, you don't know what to do. Have something to talk about. We were just talking about some gardening, weren't we? You were doing? It's okay to start with something you're doing. So, I just got finished gardening today, and I think I didn't kill everything. It's okay to start with a little bit of you to get a seed. Otherwise, it looks like some type of FBI investigation. So where are you from? What's your root? How old are you? How many kids do you have? So you've got to learn to talk about the weather. I've coached so many engineers where I go, you have to talk about what stuff seems unimportant to you to build enough unconscious rapport with another Homo sapien so they'll trust you. And this so I really have compassion. Some of the brightest people I know have the most difficult time talking about things that let other people build rapport with them. Getting the ROI of you, then leading with education, then remember, you always have something to offer. Usually when you're unemployed, you go, oh my gosh, I'm limited in funds, I have nothing to offer. Yes, you do. You have your lifetime experience, you have your knowledge, you have information. I might talk to you and I'm going, yeah, I've got a plumbing issue I need to resolve. You go, I got a great plumber. And you might be a software engineer. Start calculating, wait a second, what's the collective value? I love for people redoing your LinkedIn. If your LinkedIn looks like a resume, that's a train wreck. If it's not compelling, and I want to read it because they're great stories throughout your history. The other thing is, what's the story that occurred? What's the value I gave to the business in that part of my life? If you sold hot dogs and now you're an AI technician, what'd you learn selling hot dogs that helps in that career you're in? Remember, this is difficult, but it's the greatest personal development course you'll ever get. I believe that this idea of be yourself is a bunch of horse. Excuse my language remotely. Be better than yourself. Be a commitment. Be something that someone else would remember you by when you die. Don't just be yourself. Myself is complaining half the time. Ask my wife. It's a whining little worthless piece of crap, okay? Be more than yourself. Hope that was useful, and apologize to the people in the world.
Last dismissed.